Hey everybody, Lou again. So it happened. I finally got the dreaded E error code. That is a code, if you look up in your manual, you'll see that it indicates that the barrel's overloaded, that there's too much in it. And what I did was took the material out, took the rocks out, tried to lighten it up. I even got it to the point where I had nothing on and I just tried to turn it on, and the E error code would pop up again. So this is typical problem, unfortunately, with these. I'm seeing them reported over and over again, Reddit, YouTube, and the company has been absolutely fantastic. So all you have to do is contact the email address that they have in your documentation, let them know what happened. I think what they're really only asking for is like a picture of the fact that you have the device in your possession and some sort of proof of purchase, and they'll actually send you another one. So if you've got that option, that would be a good way to go, but you're still going to end up with a machine that has the dreaded E error code, and there's nothing to say that you might not experience it again. Now for me, the warranty option wasn't really an option because I've actually modified my machine, so I wasn't in warranty. So what I did was basically took it apart. So you'll see that I have a switch on the side now, and there's nothing on the display. It's completely empty. It doesn't light up anymore. In fact, it's completely disconnected. It doesn't really do anything. So let me show you how I got from the dreaded E to a functioning machine. Turn my switch off, unplug my power supply. Now what I did do is go with a power supply that's adjustable. So I'm in kind of the first grind, so I like to run at about 8.5 volts, but I can turn it up all the way to 12, turn it down. I tend to run at 5 volts or so, maybe 6 for the finer grinds, the third and fourth, and the first two I run up around 8. A little bit around 8. So this allows you to adjust it, and I think once I go all the way, I can actually just turn it off too. So this has worked out really well, but you don't have to. This was just something I did as convenience. I'll put a link below where you can get one off of Amazon. You could still use the same power supplies we talked about that I got from Salvation Army. I think this was $1.99. It's not adjustable though, so you would have to keep, for me, 3 different power supplies for the 3 different speeds I wanted to run. That was a little cumbersome, so let's just go with that. So let me show you how to do this. It's actually incredibly simple. I'll ask the camera lady to come in here. Okay, so to take this machine apart, it's going to be easiest if you unplug it and then flip it over, so that you don't have to take the pulley off. Just a 2x4 would be fine. I had this from something else, so I made it to use for this product. And basically something to sit on so you're not hitting the pulley. On the bottom, you're going to find 6 little padded feet. I've already peeled them off. And to do that, I just took this knife and got up on the side of it and lifted up. It's pretty strong adhesive, but they do come right off. And then when you do, you're going to find little tiny screws like that. Just take those out, and that'll get you access to the interior, to the wiring you need to get access to. Now this really is about as simple as it gets. There will be, when you come in, there will be wires that come from here to a plug in there, and then from there back to the motor. I simply just disconnected those and connected the red wire to the red and the black to the black. Now I wanted a switch so that I could turn it on and off, so I drilled a hole in the side and put a switch in, but you don't really need to do that. You could just as easily put both wires together with a splice connector like that, or solder, or whatever you like. I was kind of pleased. This is a fairly beefy motor. Looks like it's going to last a while. And you know, the only thing that really caused me a little bit of concern is there might be some sort of fusing going on in here, that when the motor is overloaded, in fact there was, right? That's the E message. And we don't have that anymore. But, you know, to me, I think the term is fusible link. This wire is so tiny that if there was a problem with the motor and it shorted out, this wire would burn through long before there were any issues. The case is metal, so it really shouldn't be a huge issue. The bottom is plastic, but I've been running this for over a month now without any problems. I wanted to do it for quite a while before I suggested this as a solution, but this is about as simple as it gets. So solder the wires with the same colors together, or connect them with butt connectors like this, and put it back together, and you're in business. Hey everybody. So the other thing that was kind of annoying about this machine was the fact that you can see it really rides up against one side where it's riding up against these washers. And it kind of worried me. So I tried a couple of different things. One of them was using these little shims to kind of prop up one side. Didn't really work. It would go to the other side and do the same thing. And that was kind of annoying, so I didn't want to do that. So what I created was the guide wheel 5000 here. And yeah, it's basically a skateboard wheel on a little platform with an adjustable slot, and it allows me to put it right up against this piece. So let me go ahead and shut it off here. Let's move this over. And then kind of line it up so that that knob just sits in there. And then I can kind of slide the whole base over. And get the wheel a little more centered, the drum a little more centered, so that it's not riding right up against there. And the nice thing is, once I get it straight, the nice thing is there's very little friction here. I can stop this with my fingernail, just barely pressing on it. So there's really not a lot pushing against it. It is essentially every bit as simple as a bolt, a spacer, a plastic nylon spacer, and a washer screwed to a piece of wood, and it just spins with this piece contacting the knob for the device. And that just keeps it lined up. This has been running for about 3 months now without any problems. It doesn't seem to cause any inordinate wear, and I'm very pleased with the results. So I hope that helps you with your dreaded E. I hope that you're able to fix your machine, get a little bit more life out of it, and enjoy it just like I am. I've got some links to Michigan Rocks. He's done a great job explaining how to get good results with these. The instructions don't work very well. So please go ahead and take a look at that and look at some of the work that he's done. Thanks everybody.